When Jesus lived on the earth, the center of Jewish religious life was the temple in Jerusalem. And the temple was made up of a series of courts. The outer court, where the non-Jews were allowed to come. The court of the women, where the Jewish women were allowed to enter. The court where the Jewish men were allowed to enter. The temple court, where sacrifices were made for sin. And then the holy place, where only the priests were allowed to come, and then the Holy of Holies, where only one priest was allowed to come only one time a year to bring atonement for the people's sins. In the Holy of Holies was the Ark of the Covenant and the altar, very special place, signifying the very presence of God on the earth. But think about it. Only one man could go into that place, and only one time a year, the high priest. But Jesus changed all that. When Jesus came to earth, He became one of us, lived a sinless life, died on the cross for our sins, so that His death, His burial, and His resurrection provided a permanent, one-time, all-sufficient sacrifice for all of our sin. And He provided us direct access into the presence of a holy God. And to signify that, when He died on the cross, literally, the large, thick curtain that separated the holy place from the Holy of Holies was literally torn in two. From that moment on, when we're followers of Jesus Christ, we can come directly into the presence of God. The author of the book of Hebrews says that because of that, we can come boldly to God's throne of grace to receive grace and mercy to help us in our time of need. Prayer is an awesome privilege. And it's an awesome privilege because we get to come into the very presence of God every day if we want, not just once a year, as many times a day as we want. Any time of the day, God is inviting us to come and meet with Him. God has invited us to come into His presence, come right up to His throne of grace and receive all the grace and all the mercy we need in time of need. Today, when you begin your prayer time, remember prayer is an awesome privilege.